Hello everyone. I'm really quickly going to be making some Portuguese bread. Just to show off the machine, I haven't made this one. I'm really excited in making it. Now I've just already put the water in before I started filming. It's asking for strong white bread flour, so I use baking flour. That's lots. I also want to tell you about something else that I made just before, which is a pistachio creamer, which I had gone to a really lovely coffee spot which just does cold coffees, and they have this pistachio creamer on top. But now look, if you notice, although it did jump up, it's actually marks it off for me because I got the correct amount, which I think is amazing. But yeah, it was like $11 for each for a cup of coffee, and I just thought that seemed to be a little bit expensive and ridiculous. So you can buy cold brew coffee, you can make your own cold brew coffee, that sort of stuff. So I made my own pistachio coffee today. So I used these to make a pistachio butter, and then I used leaf to hydrate for 40 minutes. Okay, so I've never, as I said, never made this before. Here's my dough. It's going to hydrate for 40 minutes and then I'll come back, but I'll talk to you about the so I used these. I made pistachio butter, which I've never made before, and then I made this creamer, and then I looked up later all the different things that you can make with this creamer, and just absolutely incredible, and it tasted really beautiful. I cut down half the maple syrup. It asks for like a half a cup of maple syrup, so I put in like a quarter of a cup, but it still was lovely. So I might redo that again, but yeah, so nice, quick and easy. I'll come back when this is almost done and we'll finish off the bread. Okay, so it's been 40 minutes, we've hydrated it. Now we need to add in some more stuff. So we have, I'll show you. So after waiting for the 40 minutes, oh, that's very heavy. This is what it looks like now. Oh, it seems heavier than before. 1 teaspoon of my dried yeast. I always use this one. You keep it in the fridge. And then we want, so with this one you need to take it off. So 1 teaspoon or 10 grams, so same sort of thing. We just do a teaspoon of salt. Well, this thing is awesome. Oh, so that's saying 5 grams. Okay, so we're doing 2 teaspoons of salt. And that should tip it off. This is one of the products that are being sold on the mix shop at the moment. I think I've showed it to you before. They're really, really good. The mix. Back to this. Now we're going to knead. I should have, whilst I was talking, we should have been kneading. As I said, so these are the pistachios I use. This is what I've been using lately. There's so this is like a sweet vanilla concentrate, and then this is what my pistachio creamer looks like. So it's quite thick. So you just put it on top, so it's not like a milk or anything like that. You're just putting it on top. So I was putting a shot, like you put a shot of this in, topped it up with some water and ice, and then put a little bit of this on top, and she was amazing. Okay, so that's done. Now we need to leave it to rest in the mixing bowl until double in size, which is going to take approximately 2 hours. And then we need to warm up the thing close to this. So if you want to have a look, this is what it looks like. It's actually really, really soft looking. So we'll come back in 2 hours and I'll show you what it looks like then. Talk to you soon. Okay, so been 2 hours. It's now doubled in size, and I'm going to put him in here. So here it comes. Okay, so we've got that in there. This now goes into, next we're meant to cut slits in it. Really going to have slits. It's very, as I said, I've never made it, so I don't know if it's meant to look like this or not. But we'll see how we go. So now we put this in the 250-degree oven for 25 minutes to 35. The loaf sounds hollow when tapping underneath. And then we can actually set a timer in this cooking center. Sorry, you can't see. We've moved it. So if I say play, then that will count down for me. So. Okay, so it's out of the oven and you can hear it's hollow. So voila, there you go. Have a lovely day.